Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and today we are going to head over to Animal Kingdom. We've got over 30, I think like 37 sort of hidden gems and secrets that we couldn't wait to tell you about over there in Animal Kingdom. So if you're planning a Disney trip, be sure to either take notes, and if you don't want to take notes on 37 things, you can head over to disneyfoodblog.com/hiddenanimalkingdom and sign up for our completely free newsletter and get all of these for free in a PDF. So you don't have to take notes about them. They'll all just be there for you in the PDF. So disneyfoodblog.com/hiddenanimalkingdom to get all of these in the PDF just for signing up for our free newsletter, which we try to make interesting and fun. All right, here we go. All right, the first thing you've got to know about in Animal Kingdom is the Wilderness Explorers program. So this is a great activity for your kiddos. It's very similar to Agent P's World Showcase Adventure over there in Epcot. It's very low tech though. You don't have to use your phone or anything like that. You just head over to the Wilderness Explorers kiosks and pick up a field guide. The first kiosk you're going to come to, by the way, is going to be on the bridge between the Oasis and Discovery Island. It'll be right there to your right as you're crossing the bridge with the Tree of Life right there in front of you. Pick up a field guide and your kids will be able to go around and complete different activities all around the parks and pick up a whole bunch of badges, just like Russell in Up. So if your kids like the movie Up, this is a perfect adventure for them. So this is really fun. They're learning without knowing they're learning. And I know you kids are watching. It's fun, I promise. So the Wilderness Explorers event, Wilderness Explorers game, I don't even know what you call it, but it's really cool. A lot of people don't even know it's there. So take advantage of it for sure. It's totally free. Yeah, did I mention that? It's free. There's nothing free in Disney. Anyway, okay. Next up, this is a good one. You guys know about the Banshees that are for sale over there in Wind Trader's gift shop in Pandora, which is the gift shop that you have to go through when you come off of Flight of Passage. So as you know, there's always a long line, or there's often a long line at what they call the Rookery in Wind Trader's to buy one of these little puppet Banshees that sits on your shoulder and moves its head and stuff. Well, guess what? They've just started selling them over at Island Mercantile, which is a not very crowded gift shop over there on Discovery Island. So don't wait in the huge line at the Rookery. Head over to Island Mercantile, grab one without a big long line. That's where you get your Banshee, Mom and Dad. All right, our next hidden gem we have to tell you about is Nomad Lounge. And I know I talk about it a bit on the channel, but a lot of people who go to Animal Kingdom for the first time really don't know that it's there. It is a bar and lounge. I mean, you say bar and it sounds weird. It's a bar and lounge. It's connected to Tiffin's, which is the signature restaurant in Animal Kingdom. But this is not someplace you should be afraid to take your kids. Absolutely fine for you to bring your kids in. Super relaxing, nice comfy chairs and couches. I've seen many a kid taking a nap in Nomad Lounge because it's nice and quiet in there and not a lot of people know about it, so you can kind of always find a seat unless you're there during a super crowded time. So there's great drinks here, there's great bartenders and servers, awesome food items. So this is definitely the place you want to go to sort of take a break, relax, take a load off, get some air conditioning. And it's also a good spot to go if the rest of your family wants to ride Flight of Passage and you don't want to ride that, or you're with one of your little ones who maybe isn't tall enough to ride it yet. This is a good place to go and escape from the thrill rides if you need to take a load off and just relax for a bit while the rest of your family is riding. So Nomad Lounge, hidden gem, definitely worth working into your plans. Okay, so they have this show called Winged Encounters that a lot of people don't even know is there. You can find out about it in your Times Guide. It's basically, if you've ever seen the macaws flying over the park, that's what it is. It takes off near the Tree of Life several times a day. You can learn all about these birds. You can see them shoot off over Discovery Island. Super cool little show, but again, something that's really a hidden gem, something that most people don't even think about when they're there in Animal Kingdom. Speaking of the Tree of Life, a lot of people don't realize there are all kinds of trails. They're called Discovery Island trails around the Tree of Life. And behind the Tree of Life, you can actually get up really close to it and see some of those amazing carvings of those animals in the tree. So don't just rush right by and head to the safari or head to Flight of Passage or head to Expedition Everest. Take some time to walk around the tree, look at some of the trails, see some of the animals that are there that have their enclosures in that area. It's really, really fascinating. And also something great to do with littler kids. All right, so something else that's not really well known over in Discovery Island is that Pizzafari, which is a pizza joint, counter service pizza location, actually has a family style dinner, an all you care to eat family style dinner. So it's basically a table service dinner, even though it's a counter service restaurant, and you are only paying a counter service credit. So this is a huge deal if you have a large group of people and if you have healthy, like big eaters, you know, people who want to eat a lot of food, then this is basically an all you care to eat meal that is essentially a table service option, but it only costs you a counter service credit. It's really cool. It's a good option if you're looking for a really budget-friendly, larger meal. Also, if you do happen to be at Pizzafari for lunch, or for dinner if you're not doing the family-style dinner, consider the shrimp flatbread. It's a lot better than the rest of their pizzas most of the time. They switch between having those pillowy circular pizzas and then flatbread, so I don't know what they're going to have when you're listening to this, but their shrimp flatbread is not a bad option, so definitely consider that if you're over there at Pizzafari. All right, now let's talk about a few things over there in Pandora that maybe you didn't realize. So first of all, the Play Disney Parks app actually does have a cool game to play when you are in Pandora. It's called the ACE Guide to Pandora Valley of Morara edition. And this includes tons of trivia and games and things like that you can play and experience while you are going through Pandora. This also includes information about the Flaska Reclinata, which is that giant plant that you encounter when you first walk into Pandora, and it shoots water at people, just FYI. There's another hidden gem, or at least a secret. When you walk by that giant plant, you might get hit by water. Also in Pandora, if you are there at night, or if you can get there at night, be sure to look around at the ground and at the plants and foliage. They give off something called bioluminescence. On the ground, you will see it's essentially blacklight paint, sort of, but it looks really, really cool. Of course, Disney's done it in an excellent way, but it is essentially blacklight paint. And then, of course, a lot of the foliage will glow as well. So that's the quote-unquote bioluminescence that you will see from Pandora. Also over there in Pandora, if you have a kiddo who loves getting their face painted, if you are super into face painting, they do have some exclusive to Pandora face painting options. It's called Colors of Moara face painting, and there's several options to choose from. I think it looks kind of creepy. I don't know, maybe your kids will love it. Just wanted to let you know about it for sure. If you go into Flight of Passage, if you ride that great and excellent ride, once you're finished, if you end up coming out the right set of stairs, you'll come across 3 handprints up on the wall. As you're passing by, they'll be up to your left. They're 3 red handprints. Those are handprints from James Cameron, Joe Rohde, and John Landau, who were all, of course, integral in creating Pandora and Flight of Passage. All right, come on out and head over to Pongu Pongu over there in Pandora. This is one of our favorite little kiosks to have unique items. We love the Pineapple Lumpia here, but also the Night Blossom. This is the quintessential Pandora treat. It's a slushy limeade with apple and desert pear flavors with passion fruit boba balls on top. You can get it in a souvenir cup, and you can get a glow seed, but all that costs more, so you may want to skip it. But this is one of our favorite treats. It's actually non-alcoholic, but you can get it with rum. If you get it with rum, that'll of course cost a little bit more, but it is a non-alcoholic treat, so your whole family can indulge if you guys want to try one of the Night Blossoms. All right, something else to look for in Pandora. If you grab your Times Guide, look for something called the Pandora Utility Suit. This is a 10-foot tall mechanical suit that this dude is like sitting in and makes its way around Pandora, and he sort of shows off what the suit can do. It's got a whole story, a whole backstory to it that's really fascinating and interesting that has to do with Pandora. So I'll let you go and check it out to get that full story, but it's really, really fun. Definitely something to see. Maybe not destination worthy, but it is a little hidden secret that if you do come across it, now you'll know what it is. All right, we definitely want to mention Zuri's Sweets Shop to you. It's kind of hidden and tucked in behind Harambe Market. It's kind of hard to find, but if you do find it, you're going to come across some great and unique items that are Animal Kingdom exclusives. There are animal-shaped cookies, a haystack, one of my favorite snacks in all of Animal Kingdom, which is basically peanut butter and potato sticks, but it's really, really good. There's exclusive caramel apples that are made to look like animals, and there are really, really good cake pops, including what I believe they call the desert sand cake pop. I'm not sure what they call it anymore, but it has something to do with desert sand. But it is sort of a cinnamon cake pop and covered in white chocolate with a cinnamon sugar and almost pie crust crumbles on the top. It's absolutely amazing. So good. You cannot find it anywhere else. Only in Zuri's. That's it. The only place in Disney World you can find it. One of my favorites. Definitely head on over to Zuri's if you get the chance. Another favorite entertainment option in Animal Kingdom, the Tam Tam Drummers of Harambe and Burudika. Incredible musicians. You definitely want to check your Times Guide for them. I think your kids are going to love them. You're going to love them. They're super nice, super fun to interact with. So definitely keep an eye out for these amazing musicians that are in Animal Kingdom. All All right, now we're going to head over to Africa, to Mahindi. Mahindi used to be called Harambe popcorn, and now it's called Mahindi. Just an FYI, this is a location where they will often debut specialty souvenir cups and souvenir popcorn buckets, and it is also where you can sometimes, rarely these days, but sometimes get the Jungle Juice Slush. Jungle Juice, for those who don't know, is Animal Kingdom's version of the guava, passion fruit, orange juice, so kind of pog juice, which you can get in multiple locations around Disney World called different things, but Jungle Juice is what they call it in Animal Kingdom at an Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Mahindi is where they debut the Jungle Juice Slush. Now, sometimes it's not there, and that's fine because you can head over to the Mara in Animal Kingdom Lodge to get it. It's there pretty much all the time, but if you happen to stop by Mahindi and it's there, you should definitely grab that Jungle Juice Slush. And then head over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This is another one of those animal trails that a lot of people don't know is in Animal Kingdom. It's not super popular. You don't have tons of people at Rope Drop running to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, but it's really cool, especially again with little ones. Super fun. This is your zoo component of Animal Kingdom. There's meerkats, zebra, gorillas, and guides are on hand there to answer any questions, but it's definitely self-guided. You walk around at your own pace, a nice way to sort of just take a load off and relax a little bit. Again, another nice thing to do if part of your group is going off to ride a thrill ride and you need something else to do in the meantime. All right, let's talk about Mr. Kamal's. Mr. Kamal's is a little kiosk, a little food kiosk that's on the path between Africa and Asia. What this place is well known for, they change up the menu a lot, but it usually will have something really good. And it'll often have vegetarian items as well. But one of our favorite things here is the seasoned fries. They're topped with tzatziki salad and sriracha ketchup. Really yummy. Everybody who tries them loves them, so we always recommend them as one of those savory snacks that's a must get in Animal Kingdom. And while you're on that path, you might actually see Divine. Divine is a third-party entertainer that Disney hires to come in. But what's so cool about her is that she's camouflaged to look like the foliage on that pathway. She's up on stilts. She's got all kinds of leaves and stuff all over her. She's painted green. It's really hard to see her. She is super camouflaged. So if you do spot her, just stand back for a while and watch everybody walk by and not see her. It's really crazy. But she is a stilt performer, and it's really neat to watch her sort of walk around on those stilts. She's got a really beautiful kind of gait and show that she does. She's really kind of neat to watch. Also on that walkway between Africa and Asia is the Up Great Bird Adventure. This is the Up movie themed bird adventure that they've just sort of renovated to be Up movie themed. It used to be Flights of Wonder, and it is all about birds. There's storks, there's cranes, there's a bald eagle. There's plenty to learn here, plenty to see, and it's definitely still a little bit of a hidden gem because again, it's not one of those must-do attractions that everybody runs to at Rope Drop, but it's definitely something to consider, especially if you have an Up movie fan in your party. Okay, here's a real hidden gem because it's brand new. Drinkwalla, which is basically a tiny kiosk where you can get maybe some potato chips and a couple of drinks. Sometimes they have an actual entree item here on the menu. Just created an amazing seating area. You go down some stairs and there's a seating area right there by the water. It's really nice, really relaxing, and because nobody else knows about it, you might be the only people there. As you head into Asia, you will come across the Anandapur Tea Company. This is a Joffrey's location, and they have some incredible frozen chai tea here. It's so good, and if you're very, very lucky, they may put a Mickey Mouse whipped cream on the top, which is really fun. So head over to Anandapur. They have loose teas. They have all kinds of tea options. So if you are a tea fan, this is definitely where you want to go. Here and over to Joffrey's Tea Traders in Disney Springs, but this is the only theme park place where you're going to get such an incredible variety of teas, and they're delicious. Head on deeper into Asia and you will come across the Maharajah Jungle Trek. This is the Asian edition of the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, so it's the same concept. You are taking a self-guided tour through these animal enclosures where you can see a bunch of different animals, and what's really fun about this one is you can see the tigers, the Komodo dragons, and there's a free-flying bird exhibit here as well. So if you're not scared of birds, that'll be fun for you, but I think it's absolutely amazing to go watch those tigers. Again, another really fun one to do with little kids. Now, if you've got someone riding Kali River Rapids and you're not riding with them, be sure to head over to the bridge and station yourself right next to those elephant statues. Those elephant statues have a control panel that lets you spray water onto the rafts coming out of Kali River Rapids. So that's really, really fun to get whoever you're with and your party with all of that sprayed water, because they're probably already sopping wet from going on Kali River Rapids, right? But that's really cool. Some people don't know that that's there, but you definitely want to go commandeer one of those elephants if you've got family members or friends on the ride. Another food treat that we have to tell you about, 8 Spoon Cafe. We talk about it on the channel. I know we do. We've told you about it before, but it's still a bit of a hidden gem. I'm still getting people direct messaging me saying, hey, we just found this great mac and cheese. And I said, yeah, I know. I've known about it for years, but it's really, really good. It's over at 8 Spoon Cafe, which is sometimes open, sometimes not, but hopefully on your visit it will be. They've got baked mac and cheese. One version is a pulled pork version, then they've got a shrimp and sweet chili sauce version, and then a regular version, but definitely delicious, totally worth your money, your snack credit, really delicious mac and cheese options there. And again, it's just a kiosk, it's just a counter service. Animal Kingdom's really good about having great counter service, or I should even say snack options. Speaking of counter service, we're going to talk a little bit about Flame Tree Barbecue. This isn't as much a hidden gem. A lot of people know about it and love it, but I wanted to make sure to include it just in case you're not sure about where you want to eat in Animal Kingdom. They have some great barbecue here, but don't forget, my favorite part of Flame Tree is you can get those French fries with cheese sauce and pulled pork on top. That's an incredible snack credit value, you guys. One of my favorite snack credit values. But don't forget that mobile order is available here too. So absolutely use mobile order for Flame Tree, because the line does get long. Now here's a little secret that's also sort of true over in Epcot. If you don't want to wait for a seat to watch Rivers of Light at night, if you don't want to wait for a seat, or you don't want to buy the dining package or those kinds of things, you can actually see Rivers of Light from outside the theater. There's plenty of places to stand and watch it without having to kind of sit down in the stands. So don't worry and don't stress if you just want to catch a glimpse of it, or if you get there too late and there's really no seating left, there's plenty of opportunity to see the show from standing outside the theater as well. All right, as we head over into Dino Land, I need to tell you about the Boneyard, especially if you are moms and dads with little kids. Boneyard is a great place to let them run off some steam. And I 100% am with you, mom and dad, that your toddler, even though he's in a theme park, he can't really run around the way that he wants to because there's too many people around. You're trying to get him to not run into people. I don't know, maybe you don't have little boys who are crazy like mine, but I often have a hard time because I have to keep him in line and wrangle him when he just wants to run. And so the Boneyard is perfect. It's a huge playground. There's plenty of space for kids to run around. There's huge slides. There's fun hidden secrets all throughout the Boneyard for them to explore. There's a giant kind of gravel sand pit where kids can go, really little kids, this is for your toddlers, can head over and sort of uncover some archaeological digs and things like that. It's really cool. So this is a great opportunity. I'm so glad that Disney actually allocated some space to this, because I think it's an excellent use of time, especially for those little kids that need to run off some steam and just have their own space in their own area. All right, also over there in Dino Land is Donald's Dino-Bash. This is just going on for a limited time, but I hope it's still going when you're there. It's so much fun because you get to see a lot of characters. And again, like Epcot, characters are not a huge part of Animal Kingdom the way that they are in Magic Kingdom, but they are there. They are there in multiple places. And so Donald's Dino-Bash lets you see some very obscure characters like Scrooge McDuck is there, Launchpad McQuack is there, and you also get to see Chip and Dale, who are dressed up like dinosaurs, which is probably the cutest thing you've ever seen. I mean, it's really adorable. So Donald's Dino-Bash is a super great place to get those rare character photographs. Speaking of characters in Animal Kingdom, don't forget to find out when Russell and Doug from Up and Pocahontas and Timon are coming out. Those will all be on your Times Guide. Those are all very rare character appearances in Walt Disney World. So definitely good to go grab those character photographs and those character autographs while you can when you're in Animal Kingdom. Okay, so another little trick or secret is to definitely ride Kilimanjaro Safari at different times if you can. If you go early in the morning, you'll see a certain set of animals, and if you go later at night or in the late evening, that's when a lot of the animals are very active and some of the nocturnal animals start to come out. That's a great time to ride as well. It's a different ride every time you go. You see different animals, and Disney actually sort of schedules the animals to eat at different times so that you'll see different animals. So you definitely want to ride the safari a few times if you can. again, maybe a couple of times on a couple different days if you happen to be in Disney World for a longer stay, just to get a different experience. And don't forget to check out the Hidden Mickey Flamingo Pond. That Flamingo Pond is a hidden Mickey, so be sure to get a shot of that too. All right, so there's several VIP experiences at Animal Kingdom that we definitely want to tell you about in this video before we're done. There's an elephant and rhino tour. 2 tours, elephant tour, rhino tour. And these are actually pretty inexpensive and a great deal. Caring for Giants, which is the elephant tour, is only $30, and Up Close with Rhinos is only $40. You get an opportunity to really get up close to these amazing animals. An animal expert will tell you all about taking care of them. It's super great for your kids who are interested in this kind of thing. If they're interested in animal care, or maybe they're thinking about becoming a vet, or they're just interested in animals in general. Really cool opportunity that they're not going to get too many other places. Also, there's something called the Wild Africa Trek. This one's a little bit pricier. It's $189 to $249 depending on when you go and how old you are, but it's a 3-hour VIP experience, and you'll get to walk through parts of the safari area, including over the alligators on the rope bridge, and take a private savannah ride and snack on the savannah on some African-inspired snacks. So really, really cool experience, the Wild Africa Trek in Animal Kingdom. So there are a bunch of our favorite hidden secrets, hidden gems, and things that we really think you need to know about in Animal Kingdom. So if you're planning your trip, be sure to head over to disneyfoodblog.com/hiddenanimalkingdom, sign up for our newsletter and get this full list of PDF with all this information on it for you, and a couple of others too. There's actually a few extras that I didn't mention in this video that will be on that PDF that I definitely want you to know about. So disneyfoodblog.com/hiddenanimalkingdom. We can't wait for you to get all that information. And as always, let us know in the comments, what things do you love about Animal Kingdom? What have you found that you want to share with the rest of the viewers on DFB Guide channel? Everybody appreciates when you post about your experiences. It really helps us. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.